Okay, so back on. I sent Bryan the invite. So I did the live video, and then I invited him first before we went live. Hopefully he gets the invite and is able to jump on. Facebook, man. Me and Ira started calling it Facebook. It's like you'll do a live video, and you can't get people on to talk with you because Facebook will take away the ad button. So, sent Bryan an invite, invited him, so it should work. I did that last time too, and it said it was adding, but it wouldn't work. So, a lot of times when you're doing the Facebook Live stuff and you're trying to get people added, it takes 1 or 2 times spinning, of course, yeah, which is just what they're doing to everybody who's conservative. Everybody who's a Republican or a Christian or has common sense, their videos spin. And then you got people like Don Lemon, who's probably getting 500 viewers because he's just a filthy reprobate along with his boyfriend Juan Williams. Well, that's cool as long as you're talking about that reprobate silly Willie Juan and his twin brother Don. You know what I mean? Lemon. You get 500 million views, you know what I mean? It's like you gotta wear a dress and put lipstick on just to get people to see your videos anymore. And then act like you're praying to Allah. It's pretty stupid. Dumb. If I had a ripped flag in the back and it was just on the wall, it would be like, there you are. It would be like, we'd get like 200-300 views like that, like it used to be back in the day. So it says it's adding. Let's see if we can get you on. Used to be able to play music. Now you can't even play music anymore. Adding. So let's see. There you are. Boom. Okay. Should be adding you on. My cousin Max and them, man, they would have a fill day. They'd be like just on there getting tons of views, dancing to some weird music. Says it's adding. Let's see if we can get you on. Hit the accept button, Bryan. If you should see it, it'll allow you to get on. No answer from the live video host. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's see real quick. Well, we'll just keep trying. We will get you on. Might take a minute, but we will get it done. Now it's trying to add you again. There should be an accept button somewhere, and see if you can hit that. Connecting. Don't you hate Facebook sometimes?
Well, amen. Thank God.
That's what I was doing. Lord Jesus. There's a lot of blind visitation when the Lord Jesus came to me in a dream. I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, you do, man.
It worked.
Oh, yeah. And trust me, we do videos all the time, and I'm just like, Sabina, Agnes, just keep hitting it, and they're going. I don't have this much trouble on Fox News. No. So how's it going, man? How you doing? I appreciate you doing the interview today. I was actually reading a bunch of stuff with your story, and I'll let you, it's your video, but, you know, when we start talking, I like to have everybody, you only get 5 minutes on Fox. You know, they give you, well, okay, I'm lying. They give you 7 minutes, and then they give you like 2 commercial breaks. You know, a lot of people want to know who your daughter was, what she did, you know what I mean?
Yes.
A lot of people want to know the kind of person she was. She wasn't just a victim. When they're on Fox News, they want to make your kid just a victim. She had a long life of beautiful things, and she was a beautiful person. And it's your video, man. You start it.
Thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me and allow me to be on your video. And, you know, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, great. And most importantly, also, thanks to Miss Sabine for introducing us together. You know, my daughter.
She's wonderful.
Yes, I know. I keep telling her she's my hero. I just want to be like her. She's so strong and she's just wonderful. But anyway, my daughter was killed on June the 7th, 2013. And, my daughter graduated from college, volunteer, teach English in China. She graduated from University of Loyola Marymount in Los Angeles. And, she also was accepted to go to University of San Francisco, scholarship to go to a law school. Her goal is always trying to, helping people, saving, the world and everything. She has been one of the wonderful daughter. I was blessed to have 24 years of her life with us. She's always, wonderful at school, personally, and everything. Upon she graduated from school, she basically, come back home and visit us for a while, for a few months before she, proceed to go to law school in San Francisco. So one of her, high school friend was getting married, and she just catch a ride, with her friend, all went to a wedding in New Orleans. We live in Southeast Texas. That's where my home is, close to Louisiana. So she, catch a ride with her high school best friend, going to I-10 East to New Orleans for, wedding party. On the way there, they pass a small town called Breaux Bridge in Louisiana. It's about, 100 miles out, outside of our hometown, Beaumont, Texas. And unfortunately, you and I will probably all see this all the time. I certainly have seen it all the time. I just never pay any attention. On highway, a lot of these illegal, salvage car towing on highway, especially on I-10, whether if it's going through New Mexico or going through Texas or Kansas or California or Arizona, anywhere, it's really a federal, international kind of the, ring. They tow these salvage vehicle back to Mexico and really just run it as a chop shop, sell the parts or the vehicle. Unfortunately, there's no certain rule or law to govern or to protect us American citizens. As you can see, I'm an immigrant myself. I came to this country, 40 years ago, but I came here legally, like Mrs. Sabine. I apply through my family. I come here as a legal alien, and I don't understand how come today we have all these, argument about.
Can you do me a favor real quick? Can you grab your hand and pat yourself on the back because you did something that they're just. I'm serious. My grandfather. All my grandparents were immigrants, and they came here legally. So they're trying to make it sound like, we're these hateful, racist people because we. Sorry about that. I get phone calls by trolls too. We want people to come here, but we want them to be legal. So, I mean, just go ahead, do this for me. Just go ahead. There you go, because I know that cost you a lot of money.
Right, because we're a lawful country, we are a law and order country. I don't understand how, but again, there's loophole, there's, their law is not taken care of. And in this case, my daughter was killed by, a couple of Mexicans, coming from across the border. I'm sure there are legal, Mexicans living in Brownsville. That's part of their ring, so to speak. It's an organization, it's a business, it's a very profitable business. Their main goal is really just salvage all the broke down vehicle from United States and travel back to Mexico or South America and make a huge profit out of it at the expense of our citizen and our family and childs and son and daughter. In any given time, for instance, you and I, if I go visit you in New Mexico, or you're going to come to Texas, visit me, you're going to travel international, you're going to travel interstate highway. In any given time, those unsecure, those, and most importantly, they don't even have insurance. They're not insured, and there's no way we can catch them. They're in and out of our country, at any given time, and breaking the law, killing our citizen. But there's nothing we can do to get rid of them.
When you're seeing
Unless,
two cars towing each other with bungee cords, and I've seen
yes,
this,
sir.
you know what I mean? And
That's
you're asking
exactly
yourself,
what
why
happened.
hasn't the state patrol officer who's 2 miles down the road waiting to make his quota pull these people over? There's a little spot in Colorado where a lot of my family's from. It's like Trinidad, Aguilar, Walsenburg, and you see these people all the time, and they'll be like caravanning. They'll have like 3 or 4 cars. They'll be holding ropes. They're towing with ropes and bungee cords, and I'm not lying. It's that stupid. So, and I've almost
You,
been. I'm connected to. I saw a car come off of one of the tows, and it almost hit me. So this is a ridiculous thing that happens every day.
Right, right. You are absolutely right, Eric. They are holding these two, three car together with a bungee cord. Can you imagine if you and I were running a stop sign? Even as a stop sign, we probably will get fined or paying the citation in upwards of hundreds of dollars. But yet there's no law really prevent us from getting hurt by these illegal activity coming from south of the border. And it happened every day, every month, every minute. That's killing our citizen on our interstate highway. That's just ridiculous. So, I just need everybody's help. I'm grateful you and Miss Sabine and everybody, all the angel parent, that's helping. And I just need everybody that we can spread the message to protect our family
Oh
with
well,
these
what's going on
illegal.
with this? What's going on with this judge that I saw on your
Well,
Facebook?
this. Oh, okay. First of all, it took us about almost 4 years to go to the trial. Number one,
Hmm.
these people did not obtain a proper insurance to tow these salvage vehicle
Hmm.
until after the tragedy happened. And this judge, after we waited 4 years, for the criminal trial, after we went through 3 days of the trial, the judge, at the end of the trial, after the grand jury indictment, after the assistant district attorney presented the case, after we go through 3 days of the trial, because Louisiana obviously is not a normal law. They're practicing, I think, a Napoleonic law. They're not a
Yeah,
federal U.S. law. It's a different kind of the law. I'm not the lawyer, so I don't know what
I actually
exactly they did
know
out.
exactly where your daughter's accident was because I was there. Not when it happened, but
Oh,
I was on that same highway. And it's not
yes, sir.
just when they're caravanning and towing cars. A lot of times they can't even read the stop signs. They're coming over the border into Texas and just going. Uh,
Exactly.
this is going to sound bad, but I want to just tell you how bad it is. My dad, when he was in the military, no, when he got out of the military, sold a car to a lady who didn't know English. She pulled out and got into a car accident because she couldn't read the stop sign. That is how bad it is.
Right, exactly. These people, don't they love to come to United States making money, making a profit, but yet they have no intention to learn our language or
Hmm.
adapt to our culture or have anything to do with our country. All they want is to rape our, system and making money off the loophole. That's the problem is. And unfortunately, there's no law to govern them. But going back to, what we're talking about, this Judge Greg O'Quinn,
That's his name.
he
Okay.
after 2 days or after 3 days of the trial, he got up because it's in Louisiana there's no jury trial. It's all a judge trial. He just said, well, unfortunately, I realize, this is a terrible incident for you, Mr. Lee, but I see there's no crime committed beyond reasonable doubt. So, I'm like you. I say, what? My daughter was killed by this illegal activity, and so the judge not only says, oh yeah, I don't see any crime committed over here, so I'm gonna let the defendant leave. At the same time, the most ridiculous thing is this: the judge treated me and my family. We have about 20 some odd people in the
Mm-hmm.
courtroom. It's a small courtroom in the small town at St. Martinville. So half of the courtroom were filled by family and friends that were in the courtroom with us. So the judge, after he pronounced that, he found there's no crime committed, he told the bailiff, say, hey, bailiff, go ahead, keep Mr. Lee and his family on the seat. Make sure they're not getting up, and uh, escort the defendant, the criminal, to the car. So the judge treated me and my family like I'm the criminal, whereas my daughter was killed. And he asked the bailiff to escort the defendant and his family peacefully, I guess, back to Mexico.
Well, if I
That's
ever
what
see him,
is.
I'm going to Bruce Lee his ass because that's ridiculous. When you're looking, yeah, I'm serious. The judges, the our legal system is pathetic,
Right,
and the more and more I hear these stories, the judges and the lawyers have back end deals going on, and then they start treating you guys like you're the criminals, like you just said. Same thing happened with Agnes. Same thing happened with Sabine,
right.
Wendy. Dee, Judy, you know what I mean? I'll keep going. It's crazy how many families have been affected by illegal alien criminals. I don't call them uh, immigrants because they don't pay taxes, they don't pay into the system, and they're just raping our country. And that's a horrible word to use to some people, but it's the truth. Someone who's legal like you, right? You're a legal
Yes,
immigrant. You're probably more patriotic than most Americans because you paid to get everything you have, hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? And for
yes.
somebody to treat you like you're not a patriot and you're not an American citizen and your daughter wasn't, that judge is a piece of crap. Real quick, let's go back because I just want to make sure that people are hopping on. Uh, your daughter was traveling to go back to school, right?
Yes, my daughter came back home to Texas to visit us before she goes to San Francisco Law School, University of San Francisco Law School. She already picked up her roommate. She already registered her class. I'm talking about like 3 days away from going to school. She came back home, visit us, and she was killed. And it's even difficult today after 5 years, so hard to even talk about it, Eric,
I
because
know
she just.
I really don't want you thinking that I'm trying to hurt you
Oh no, oh no,
anyway. People just need to know your story. You know what I mean?
no,
The reason why people need to know is because, like me, I have a 1 year. Well, I have two kids. I have a 10-year old, 11-year old, and then I have a 1 year old daughter. And I live by the border too. So this could happen. Well, I don't live exactly by the border. I live 6 hours away, but this could
right,
happen to anybody.
right, right. You're absolutely right, Eric. That's why I say, in any given time, if I go to New Mexico visit you, I could get killed by the same thing today, or vice versa. And I'm so grateful you give me the opportunity to be on video with you, and share my story. I have visited with our local senator, uh, Senator Ted Cruz, and also the local congressman, Congressman Randy Weber. I have told them all the story about our daughter's tragedy, and again, I'm just plotting along. But I think the most important thing we can do is through people like you. You can help us. We can do this grassroots effort spreading our message, our tragedy, however difficult it is. We just need to let everybody know something. This stuff like this is not right, but it's happening in our United States every day. These illegal activities killing our children every day by the minutes.
And here's the thing too, because there's a lot of ignorant people who are in the grassroots movement. It's not just Mexico. You talk to
Yes.
Wendy, who just made a comment. The killer of her daughter was from Haiti. You know what I mean?
Oh my
Was Haitian. So everybody's like, oh, Mexicans are good people. That's not what it's about. There are a lot of good people who are Mexicans. There are a lot of good people who are Chinese and black and Italian. That's not what it's about. It's about being a legal citizen. When you look at
right.
Canada, and I mean, you got Dearborn, Michigan. You have Little Kingman, Arizona. That's a whole different war in itself because they're trying to take our afforded rights away from us. I was driving, and the reason why I connected to your story was I was turning over from Colorado going into Raton. Truck snapped. They had it on bungee cords. I had to swerve off the road not to get hit by it. So,
Wow.
yeah, it tripped me out. And when I called the police, they wouldn't do nothing about it. So when I saw your story, I was like, this is crazy. People need to be aware. And I see it all the time. You see these people, they're caravanning trucks. There's 3 or 4 of them in a line. I don't want to get into too many details, but I kind of have an idea what might have happened. It's not just, I'll just be honest. They want to make it sound like we're racist. We're not. It's about the law. You know what I mean?
Look at me, Eric. Eric, look at me. I'm as
Yeah.
yellow as it can get.
Well, I have straight up being in me, and I look white. I look so white, it's funny. You know what I mean? So I go with it. I'm just like, yeah, I'm a white guy. You know what I mean? But it's just I've been getting trolled by these people calling me a racist. I'm not a racist. My grandmother was from Spain. The other grandma was from Mexico. My dad's family is Italian. People need to wake up. It's about the judicial system in our country failing us. So
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This is not a racist issue. It's nothing to do with racism. It's about being a safe and healthy and the wealth of America. I came to this country. I want to be an American citizen. I took a test. I applied for immigration. I came to this country 40 years ago. Just like Miss Sabine, she's a German. She legally became U.S. citizen. We work our way through into United States legally. I came to this country because I want to be a U.S. citizen. But somehow there's a loophole. Their people is
Bryan,
circumventing our
we're gonna get
system
real,
is
Bryan.
wrong.
We're gonna get real. Don't be. I told you, your family now. We're doing a video. What do
Yes,
you?
sir.
I mean, how does this make you feel, man? When you're watching people say, "Oh, let's just do DACA. Let's just make these people legal. Let's give them free health care and free Medicaid and make sure that they have free college." I mean, I guarantee you worked your ass off to get what
Yes,
you
sir.
have now. And I'm sorry,
Yes,
I
sir.
got a little out there, but you know what I mean? Like, you worked hard. I have family
Yes,
that
sir.
became doctors and lawyers, and they had to work twice as hard compared to somebody who was already born in America because you have to transform your whole life. So when you see these people, they're like, oh, well, I'm a DACA baby. Just give it to me free, baby. I mean, we got attorneys out there who aren't even
Right.
legal practicing American law, and they're standing
Oh,
up for these ignorant people. And every time I was watching Fox last night, and I was going to email Don, and I was going to email all the Angel families and get your guys' input, and Gina told me to shut up. But you have like, Jesse Waters and you have Juan Williams sitting there, and they're trying to give you the legal crap of why they don't have to tell you when a murderer gets out of jail who's an illegal criminal alien who killed your child. What if they're mad and they want to come after the parent? You should have to be notified. They should notify you. You know what I mean? It's nuts. It's crazy.
yeah, you're absolutely right, Eric. The whole reason, the founding principle of this great country, United States, is because we are a lawful country. This country is built upon law and order. That's why people like me, an immigrant, I want to become American citizen. I want to be a U.S. citizen because I want to come to a lawful country. I want to be a lawful U.S. citizen. But somehow our system certainly is not perfect, because so many politicians only care about their own personal benefit,
Hmm.
looking out for their own benefit. So, create so many loopholes and so so much problem, and for all these illegal activities circumventing to hurt our legal lawful country. We just need to do a better job to prevent all that. And thankfully, with people like you, that we can get together, spread our message, and do the right things.
Well,
Again, at the end of the
I
day.
want to rewind real quick because I think people need to know this. When you went to court and you have your
Yes,
family
sir.
there, were they
Yes, sir.
treating the illegal alien criminal better than they were treating you?
Of course. Of
He was
course.
getting free meals, he was getting free court, he was getting everything for free, I bet, right?
One of the thing, you're absolutely right. One of the thing is so hurtful, is so unbelievably hurtful, and that's why I have a petition on behalf of my daughter. I want to remove this judge. Is because those defendant family, those criminal family, they have their whole family, about a couple of dozen of the people there, and they just openly speaking in the hallway, in the courtroom, talking about, how they got their nail done last night, how they got their massage done last
Wow.
night while my daughter was killed. And then at the same time, they're all cheering up for, the judge let them go free after they killed my daughter. And they're just bragging about how they came from United States, came to United States. They're doing their fingernail, they got their facial, they got their hair done in Louisiana. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna connect you with Judy Zito. She lives in Louisiana. She lives right by you, actually. She lost her
Oh,
son.
great.
She lost her son to an illegal alien criminal, and the whole story I can't even talk about because I'm in shock at the way these families like you get treated. I want to see America be great again by treating people who work hard to live in this nation better.
Amen. Amen. You're absolutely right. And thank God we have people like you helping to get everybody coordinate together, so we have a voice together is stronger. Yeah.
Did they ever invite you on Fox News, as NBC or any of that to interview you to talk to you about what happened?
I have been on my local station. I think it's a Fox News, but not the national Fox News. But then again, I think part of the reason is a lot of the political
The
reason.
agenda.
Stop. Yes, because I have this initiative. I want to remove the judge making the terrible mistake, and of course, all the local politicians see that, all the lawyers see that I'm have a petition trying to remove the judge. Everybody kind of shun me, kind of stay away from get in
Trust
touch
me,
with me.
you got more friends than you know. That judge, I hate to tell. What's his name? What's that judge's name?
Greg O'Quinn.
Well, Greg, simply put, is an idiot. He can take his four fingers and his thumb and slap himself. There's no common sense. I can't even
I know.
believe that you're being shunned on this. You lost your child. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
every time I hear one of these stories, they were drinking, they were doing drugs, they were driving
Right.
without a driver's license. You know why they don't arrest these people without insurance? Because of paperwork. They're afraid to do paperwork.
You just nailed the nail to the head. We have talked to so many friends and police office and the highway patrol. The paperwork our government places on these police officers is just unbelievable. So they say, I asked them exactly the same question, Eric. I say, so how come you don't issue a ticket to these illegal towing? The policemen say, Brian, it doesn't make any difference. If I write a ticket, they'll be back in Mexico today. I can never, it's just more paperwork to me. There's nothing I can do to collect money. I cannot send them to court. Half of their driver license are not real, it's fake.
If they would have stopped that guy and put him in handcuffs, it could have saved your daughter's life. That cop should be beat with his own nightstick because common sense is you have people doing illegal activities on the highway
Right.
when you have legal
Right.
citizens, including yourself and many other people who fought hard to
Right.
become legal, becoming
Right.
I was on I-25 in Denver. This happened like a couple years ago. I was on I-25. A car collides with another car. You have 15 police officers and nobody's doing paperwork. It's on 9 News a couple weeks later on how it was an illegal criminal activity. So, and I think you guys heard about this. It was a famous football player who was killed. And it's just nuts. It is just nuts that it doesn't matter your color, your creed. It doesn't matter your race or who you are. It all stems from they are afraid to do paperwork and protect Americans. I think you got a notification or a call. It's okay. Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking about. Just nuts. And we'll just wait for Brian. I think he got a call. He's just going to hit the end button. He'll still be there. Let's see. Hold on. They just got a call real quick. We'll just add him back on in a second. Just nuts. Every time I hear one of these stories about the Angel families and what they went through, it's lazy attorneys and judges and corrupt politics. I'm going to get him back on. I think he got a notification or a phone call. Kicked him off. I don't know if you guys can hear Enz in the background. She's up there throwing the microphone around, beating up her brother. So I sent Brian another invite. Get him back on. He probably got a phone call. My brother calls me all the time at the worst time, and it knocks me off Facebook. It's an everlasting heartbreak. Yes, it is. Corrupt judges and corrupt attorneys who make back-end deals, just like with what happened with my wife. When they all know each other, they all go to the same bar and party, and then they go to court the next day and act like everybody's working for justice, and they're not. You didn't think I knew, right? Yeah. So that's a special message to our court system here in Little Farmington, New Mexico. It's crazy what you find out when you start meeting people, doing interviews. There are people wasting millions of dollars because they already got the court cases planned out. They know who's going to win and who's going to lose. It's nuts. They're making back-end deals. Let's see if we get Brian back on. Brian, you might just have to click in and click out. We'll get you back on. I promise. I have a personal connection to this one because I was driving down I-25 South going from Colorado into New Mexico. I was behind 2 guys who were towing trucks. One of the trucks broke away from the rope and the bungee cords and almost killed me. So I called State Patrol and they didn't do anything about it. I'm going to have to invite you, Brian. We'll have you hop on and hop off so I can get you to see the little green logo and then add you. We're going to get Brian back on. If I had 35 million viewers, I would be making sure that everybody knew what was going on with illegal alien crimes, and it wasn't all fake like you see on Fox News. It's all fake. Operation Mockingbird, they tell them what they can talk about. They tell them what they can't talk about. Even when you got Sabine and you have Marianne Mendoza going on, they give them 10 minutes. I would like to see angel families start running for office. Maybe you guys can fix this country and what's going on with our kids being victims. Serious. City council member, congressman, senator, something. How's it going, Jared? See if we get Brian on Facebook. We get Facebooked a lot ever since this whole Zuckerberg thing. Hi, my name's Zuckerberg. I created a platform for everybody to come on and talk. And then all of a sudden, when it got political, I took all the money and gave a bunch more money out to politicians. We'll get you back on, Brian. I don't care if it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I'll just keep talking, but we're going to get you on. Even if you got to click in and out of the video a couple times, I'll get you on, trust me. Because when you click in and click out, usually I get this little green thing, line that shows your name, and it allows me to see who's watching, and then I can get you right back on. Lindsay, how you doing? I think he got a notification and he was knocked off. Thank you so much, Eric. Yeah, thank you. If we can't get you on, I'm going to make sure we do an update with you, but I'm going to try to get you back on. People need to know what's going on. The Truth, number 9, with Bryan Lee. I'm going to pull up Bruce Lee on that judge if I ever meet him. What you find out is a lot of these judges get bored with the case, so they close it. I have a recording upstairs of when my wife was in court, and they treated her like a criminal, and she was the innocent victim. They should have a show called Judges Victimizing Patriots on a Daily Basis. Here we go. See if we got him coming on. There's a new way to do it. I just got the update. So we'll see if he's going to come on. You should be getting a notification. You should be saying, bring you on. Yeah, I found a new way to block trolls, too, so that's cool. Brian, if you're watching, I sent you an invite. Funny. Start talking smack about Facebook and things get easier. Crazy. And for those who've never done it, click on the actual person's profile, and you can actually hit bring them on. So that must be the new update thing they just did, because I didn't know anything about it. So Brian, if you're watching, which I think you are, there should be a button down there that you can press and you can jump on. Okay, let me try to connect back on. Gracias. I can't hear myself. That sounded Italian and Spanish at the same time. Grazie. There you go. Crazy. New app. Our new way to do it. So for people like Doc and those guys, hold the name down and you can bring them onto camera. My phone wouldn't let me do that last week. So, right on. Maybe I'll dress like a transgender monster and I'll start getting like more Facebook views. Just because I've been censored more than anybody and I'm a nobody. Adding. So we'll see if how this is going. Getting back on camera. Dress like that. I wouldn't dress like that. I definitely wine. How you doing?
I'm back on, Eric. Thank you.
The price is right. Just kidding. No, I'll tell you the truth, man. If you don't have Wi-Fi or if you don't have like your data, like I was on my AT&T phone, I got cut off. It was like I was doing a cool video. I went back and played it. You couldn't hear anything I was talking about. So I'm going to rewind real quick for people that might be jumping back on. Trust me, when you see the number 6, there's a lot more people watching. Give it a couple days. So your daughter was going back to school, right?
Yes.
She gets murdered. You go to court. Obviously, just like, and I'm going to have to connect you to Judy Zito.
Please.
She lives in Louisiana. Her son, Blake, was brutally murdered. It was not an accident. When they call it an accident, it makes me so mad. It was not an accident. Your children were murdered. So I'll get you the information. I'm friends with her daughter, too. I was watching her daughter do a makeup video. It was awesome. Women, you're good at what you do. I couldn't even do Halloween makeup. So the judge, you filed a petition against the judge you were talking about before you got off.
Yes. You know, we have a petition online at change.org trying to remove the judge. Yes.
And has he battled you, or have you had any trouble from local law enforcement or anything?
Oh, no, sir, not at all. Not at all.
Good.
Not at all. It's really not moving quick enough because, after the injustice was done on us, most of the Louisiana district attorney, they don't even want to talk to us.
I have a new quote. We're going to get some cardboard boxes and some markers that say "Punch that judge." We'll go out there. I'll drive to Texas. I'm serious too.
Yes, sir.
So quick update. Bryan's daughter was going back to school. I don't want you to get into any details about how she was killed. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that you got a phone call that night or somebody contacted you. And we were talking about how they don't like to do the paperwork. That's the most disturbing thing of all. Did you get any assistance from the state to help with the burial of your daughter? Or did you get any kind of help with that?
From Louisiana?
Yeah.
No, we reply. No, I apply for in Louisiana, there's a crime victim assistance program. Mm-hmm. We applied for it, but we got rejected. We did not get approved for whatever the reason. I don't know. We applied for a crime victim assistance fund in Louisiana, but was rejected.
What's the name of that petition again?
The petition is online at change.org.
Change.org.
Remove Judge Greg O'Quinn in Louisiana. Yeah.
I'll share that off your Facebook too, on all the groups. And you're a moderator too on the Truth to Real News. So if you ever want to go in there and share stuff, go in there and post. You're a moderator. And then there's a bunch of admins that are big on Facebook and stuff. They do their own thing. They go in there and they post. It's about networking. I don't believe Facebook Live is not a TV show. So if you're on Facebook Fame Live, I'm Facebook famous. There's no such thing. We're basically having a conversation. But sorry, I get mad because I want to choke that judge. I'm connected to this stuff because I've had family killed in car accidents and stuff. And you see the judges and those people, they don't do their job. And then when they're called out, they start attacking the families. You know what I mean?
Right.
What people don't understand is when you lose your child, you're handed a bill. There's not a lot of help that you get from the state. Every single person I've talked to, they get put back financially, $15,000 to $20,000 for funeral costs. On top of that, you're going to court. You spend so much money in court. Well, these illegal alien criminals get court for free. They get their food paid for. They get three hots in a cot. And then, every single person I've talked to, they have been victimized by the judge and the lawyers. Kathy Hall, we're going to be doing an update. I'll get you her information. Her daughter was murdered, and she's trying to find out where her granddaughter is, and they won't tell her. They won't. Her granddaughter was adopted out before they could get rights to their own grandchild. It's crazy what's going on with every single one of you angel families.
It's unbelievable, Eric. It's just so unbelievable. I can't believe it's like we're living in this nightmare. Can't even wake up. It's terrible.
Have you been contacted by anybody like Dennis Michael Lynch or Laura Ingraham or any of these people out there that they call themselves grassroots activists? Have they invited you onto their talk shows or their Facebook Live videos or any of this stuff?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's going to change. I'm going to send an email to Dennis Michael Lynch. I come on here, and I'm going to be brutally honest because I was talking about it last night. I don't hate the guy. I just got mad because he's not helping people with the big platform. I'm going to go on YouTube or whatever I got to do. He blocked me, and I'm going to start seeing if I can get you guys airtime because this stuff that's going on is just ridiculous. I have kids. I'm a dad, and I can't even imagine the pain and the hurt that it took years that you're still dealing with. Have you been associated with any of the families, the organizations to have help or to go out there and share your story?
Yeah, Miss Sabine have helped us tremendously. Just to visit. Through.
She's a sweetheart, huh? Her and Agnes and all them.
Yeah,
Agnes
Miss
is
Sabine.
my pit bull, man. She'll jump on Facebook. I'll give her a message, and she'll give me all the legal stuff because I play really stupid. Sorry, Agnes. A lot of it is I'm just kind of lazy. But you know what I mean? Like she has the law down. So does Sabine. They got the law there, and Marianne. I hope she does something because man, I was watching her do a speech. Do you do any kind of public speaking or anything? I mean, are you out there talking about it? Because people need to know what's going on.
Yeah, well, so far, all I have, all I was able to do is, contact our, senator and congressman. I really didn't have too much of the luck to spread the, to tell the story about us or anything yet.
Have you been contacted by Tanya or any of those people too to share your stuff, your information, and your story?
Through Sabine, I believe. Through Sabine,
Cool.
yes.
Um, Sorry, man. I'm just in shock. Every time I do one of these, it gets worse on our judicial system. I mean, how
I
does
know.
it make you feel? That's what I'm going to get to right now. I'm just trying to way. How does it make you feel when you're watching people get free everything and your daughter was a victim and they're over here, they're trying to say, oh, MS-13 is not real. Yes, it is. MS-13 is bringing drugs and everything else illegal over the border. They're not here building homes and getting jobs. And they're killing our kids. And I guarantee every time you watch your local news too, you just want to slap the guy with the microphone talking about DACA.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just stupid.
Right. Like I say, Eric, how I feel is just like any other angel parent and family feel. I'm just in totally disbelief. Like I say, I'm an immigrant. I came here to this country 40 years ago because I want to be a U.S. citizen. But with this injustice, being done to us, I'm the only word I can say is I'm in such a disbelief. I can't believe this has happened. This is just impossible. But yet it happened every day to all our angel family and to our citizen. It happened every day. There are people get killed on our highway right now by these illegal towing from the illegal alien coming into our country without license, without insurance, without any law or any kind of the documentation, and they're killing our citizen. But yet at the same time, if you and I, we are the legal citizen, we're the legal immigrant, if we run the red light, we'll be in jail, Eric. We'll be in jail, yes.
Sabine made a point. She put down she's going to be, I forgot about that. I will mention it. She's going to be in Washington. Thank you for what you do too. Let me read her comment. I'll be in Washington next week, and we'll find out why Gracie's story has not been told. Thank you. There was a glare on my phone. I couldn't see the rest of the light. Looked.
Sabine is my hero. She's my hero.
Let me ask you something. What is the country that you come from?
Oh, I'm Chinese.
No, I know this, but I want you to tell these people, the Democrats out there trying to say they love communism and socialism. I mean, why would you escape a great country like that to come to America?
Right, I was born and raised in Taiwan, and my family is already in the United States. So I came to the United States after college, then I migrated here. I met my wife, locally. My wife is born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, So, she graduated from University of Texas. I was a small business person, I own a couple of restaurants and have a couple of real estate, property, and me and my wife.
Okay, I don't need you flashing your cash now. We know you're a success. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding around. I'm just kidding around. I'm just messing. Trying to get you to laugh a little. I'm sorry.
So me and my wife met. We started a little bitty family. And after my daughter's tragedy, we just have to close our business. Because
this didn't just impact you because of the death of your daughter. It affected everything that you have, your businesses. You're spending all this money in court costs, your home. I mean, people don't. It's just nuts.
Our whole family is destroyed. There's no reason or there's no way we can continue our business or anything, you know. So we close our restaurant, you know, we, you know, really close all our business because of this. It's a loss of, you know, I'm sure everybody else, you know, understand, you know, once if you lose your children, it just change your whole world, you know, even your core value, everything is different. You know, it's just, you know, the meaning of the life is no longer there. You understand, you know, you have two children of your own, you know, the whole purpose, we as a parent just want to protect and take care of our family and children. When stuff like this happen, when tragedy like this happen to where we cannot protect our family, we cannot protect our children, it's just, it kills us. And I'm still lost of word. I don't even know what to say, Eric. You know?
Has the state offered any kind of assistance with counseling for you and your wife or any of that kind of stuff?
No, Eric, no.
It
No,
sounds like I'm being a wise ass, but I was looking at the Texas laws and stuff where you live. They're supposed to be offering that. That's what I want
right,
people to know, that
right,
they are being so biased right now. It's ridiculous.
right. You know, I think you're absolutely right. You know, again, it's a very political divided issue, you know, and being our country is so divided right now, you know, is so hard. But, you know, honestly, you know, we still living in one, you know, our country is still the best country in the whole world.
Oh, yes, it
We're,
is.
yeah,
Yes, it is.
yeah, you know, we're the leader of the free world. We're the guiding light of the whole universe, pretty much. Except because of our political division, it causes so much loopholes within our system that, you know, people have, you know, human beings have flaws. You know, politicians worry about their own gain instead of our citizens' well-being. So, you know, that create a lot of the loophole in the law, you know, for people to circumventing the situation. And, you know, we just need to work together as a whole to make our country better. You know, I think that's the goal. Pass the law. Hopefully, we can pass some kind of the law, or at least start some kind of the law. We can prevent this kind of the, you know, illegal activity happen every other day. It's just not right.
If we could get Democrats to stop eating Tide Pods and that funny stuff in the walls, we might have a better America. See, the thing is we need to get people away from thinking about Democrat and Republican. We need to start thinking American. You know what I mean?
Right.
To be honest with you, we need to get a third party and get rid and throw all these people in Guantanamo Bay who are hurting families like you. And I know they're mad at Donald Trump, but he's your president. All this stuff with Stormy Daniels is fake. All this stuff that you see Ted Cruz going through and he's out there petitioning Facebook, fake. All of it is fake. That's why they're not sworn under oath. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, that we're spying on you. You know what I mean? But it just, and the reason why I put that out there is because you would think people out there that have big platforms that said they were grassroots would have said, you know what, let's bring Brian on, let's bring Wendy on, Kathy, Judy, Agnes, Sabine. Marianne is on Fox, but a lot of times she has to petition to go on there. They'll call her just like Sabine. She's going to Washington, D.C. They spend all this money of their own money to go. We need a platform where you guys are getting help. And Jeff talks about it. I know we're talking about it, and we're nobodies right now, but we got to figure something out because before you know it, Mr. Lee, it's going to be Mexicans that are illegal complaining about being killed by other Mexicans, and then they'll be getting all the stuff that we wish we would have got when it was our kids. And that's the sad thing. They are so biased right now. I mean, when you have Nancy Pelosi stand 8 hours on some 8-inch hills talking about little Felipe, there's a problem. You know what I mean? My grandson wishes he was brown. In the America I grew up in, we were taught to act white. You know what I mean? So it's just stupid. You know? Sorry, I had to be honest. You don't know Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I'm just kidding. But I mean, you know, that's what it is. It's just people are so. I have sisters that have a different mom, right? And you know, that's it. Kind of one of those things. You know, my family's American, No, but my sisters thought my mom was a white chick with blonde hair. When they found out my mom was a Chicana, they tripped out. It was like, oh yeah, this white brother of mine over there. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think the mailman was my dad, but no, America just needs to come up with a solution. You know what I mean? We
Yes,
need to
sir.
stop thinking Democrat. We need to stop thinking Republican. We need to start thinking American. And I would suggest you go on the Dennis Michael Lynch website. Right now, and I'm going to get with all the angel families, and I'll do it by texting, and I won't ever bug you. I might come check up on you. Right now, John's like, I got a cold, Eric, leave me alone. No, just kidding. But I'm going to start seeing if I can help you guys get on, because you need to share your stories, everybody. When Donald Trump was looking at Marianne Mendoza, and Marianne looked at him and said, no, here are the facts. You know, get a comb and comb your hair back for a second. We're going to talk about this. Here are the facts. You know what I mean? It was like he looked at her and said, whoa, I didn't know those numbers.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right, Eric. You know, we just need to work together to help our society, our country, a better place, a lawful place to live. That's
You
our goal.
might not know this, but I have a Bible page. So I do a lot of Christian stuff. So my Bible page is The Bee. Enza upstairs was messing with my phone and changed the title from The Bible Quotes to The Bee. I can't change it. So a lot of people are like, oh, that's not Christian. No, actually in the Bible it says, yeah, you follow worldly government. You know what I mean? So these people are like, oh, you're a racist and you're a bigot and you're so hateful because you took your phone down to Planned Parenthood. No, I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? If you ever need anything, man, you can call me. Sabine, I always use her phrase now. I'm probably going to get a lawsuit sent to me. Dom hugs. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, your daughter, man, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Just know this is not the last life. You know what I mean? Everybody says that, oh, go live like hell because after this there's nothing. No, I've seen things I can't explain. And I can tell you this much. Don't give up fighting, man. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm going to share that. I'm going to share that thing on so many platforms. I'm incognito on a lot of pages people don't know I'm connected to. I have people report me to my own page. I'm like, oh, well, delete, block. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. But no, man, if you need anything, let us know. I'm going to probably it's April, right? I get lost with the dates. I'm probably going to start doing update videos, man. I want to start having you guys tell us what's going on with the legal things. There's nothing wrong with talking about court. You know what I mean? What are they going to do? Sue you, the victim? It's just stupid.
Right. We have to talk about the court. We have to talk about the court. Yes. We have to talk about
it. You see all these people. They're over there counting dead votes. You know how many people in America, and I don't even know the exact number, but I know it was in the millions of dead voters that voted for Hillary Clinton, but they can't help American citizens. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
How do you want to end the video? This is your video. How would you like to end it? What is your message to people that are watching?
Well, number one, I just want to thank you and Miss Sabine for introducing me to you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to visit. And please keep in touch. And I need all the help I can get. We're this is the first step for us to get together and continue to keep our country a better place, to keep, our country what it originally intended to be. And, if anything, I'm so grateful you take time to visit with me. Please keep in touch and, we'll visit some more, whenever you have time. Okay.
And for everybody on the video, can you tell us your daughter's name?
Grace Lee.
Oh, I thought maybe she had a middle name. No middle name?
Her middle name is Annabelle. It's a very southern, but like I say, my wife is born.
No, but that's why I had you tell me, because people are going to go, Annabelle. Grace Annabelle Lee. That's a cool name, to be honest with you.
Her first name is Grace. Middle name is Annabelle, so it's a Grace Annabelle Lee.
I'll tell you what, when I go for applications, because I've cut my hours at work, I'm just kidding. Whoever's watching, I'm just joking. I'm not doing that. But, when the question comes up, what's your nationality or whatever, I don't even check
Yeah.
Mexican or black or white. I put American. They really need to get rid
Amen.
of stereotypes, and they really need to get rid
A-
of trying to make everybody prejudiced against each other. I'm so sick of it, because when you serve in the U.S. military, I'll give this one to you,
yes, sir.
and you swear to uphold all oaths and defend all enemies, people against enemies, foreign and domestic, there's no color. There's no nationality. There's no prejudice of religion, because I'm going to be doing interviews with vets and stuff pretty soon. And I keep seeing all these stupid, hateful people in the grassroots movement who wear these stupid hats, and they're like, right here, I'm serving, I'm like a soldier in the field. No, get rid of that. Change your heart. It's about the heart, the things that are going on in America, and we have a lot of dumb kids out there who haven't even graduated high school, have no idea what's going on, need a reality check. I hope that they can start sharing. If you want to share anything with that judge, the truth, the real news, there's a picture of Donald Trump. You can go to the Christian Conservative website, share your stuff there. The pages are all interlocked. There's so many people who don't even know they're connected to the same page where they can help an angel family. I have all the videos saved. I'll save this one, and then I'll save Don's, and I'll save Billy's on Saturday. I messed up. So if I ever, I'll take full responsibility on that. I messed up on the time zones. He was supposed to be on last night, but he's got a cold. But if you need anything, call me. I'm not going to beat you up with the Bible, because I believe in the freedom of religion and the freedom of everything. But if you ever need anything, man, let me know. I'm pretty sure that your wife went through a lot too.
Yes.
And
I just want to show my daughter's picture to you.
oh,
Yes, that's her.
and that picture, that's your profile picture. That's you and your daughter, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my daughter
Very
and I
beautiful girl.
in her
Very
college.
beautiful
Thank
girl.
you so much, Eric. I'm
Can
just
you
grateful
imagine?
that.
Hey,
Go
Lee,
ahead.
can you imagine, Mr. Lee? Can you imagine when she was going to school, she was like, yeah, my name's Gracie Annabelle Lee. They're like, that's
She get
awesome,
that all
man.
the
That's a
time.
cool name.
She get it all the time. My wife named all my children. So my wife went to University of Texas, major in literature. She's a liberal arts student, so she's very good at naming children.
My name is, I keep making fun of this guy named Dennis Michael Lynch, and my name's Eric Matthew Keenan. So it's the DMK versus the DML versus the EMK thing. I think he's a great guy, but hopefully I can get you guys on there, because I don't think America's doing justice for you families. Your family now, you're a moderator on the page. If you ever want to go on one of those pages and share stuff, the tyranny group's another page. People need to know. And I'm gonna send you Judy's number. If I'll ask for it from her daughter, but she lives in Louisiana. She's right next to you, and she has nobody to talk to about losing their
Oh,
child to an illegal alien criminal. Tanya Grassroots was the one who connected with her. Tanya's amazing. She knows so many legal things. I'm just like, like I do not know all the laws in all the states. I was not a paralegal. I was a guy who wanted to be a drummer one day, and then I thought, well, the world sucks. So if you ever need anything, man, you can call me. I appreciate you doing the video.
thank you. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate you, and we talk later, okay?
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless. Appreciate you. Angel families. Sometimes I say, hey, look, did you notice I put a cross on my microphone? The microphone's really just for a joke for those people who aren't doing anything in the grassroots movement, who have a microphone and don't use it. And I made a bad comment the other day, and I said something I regret. I'm going to formally apologize on this video right now. I used the F-bomb and called out Dennis Michael Lynch, and I apologize for that, because he's doing something for America. It's just not everything I thought he was going to do. If you're not going to have a voice, and if you're not going to tell the truth, and if you're not going to stand up for the angel families, Border Patrol agents, police officers, and veterans, this is what you do. You grab your microphone, you close it, and you go home. Because if you're not going to stand up for people, and you're not going to talk about the truth, what's the point? I don't need a big platform. My plan is to keep sharing and sharing and sharing these stories so people will know what goes on in America with corrupt politics. It's this easy for anybody who's in it for their own pride, their own ego, and for their own money. Whenever you use somebody's face of their child to profit, you're a complete jerk. And when you're out there parading your happy little ass and selling t-shirts, thinking you're doing something for somebody that you're not, that makes you a hypocrite. For Maria Escobar Espinoza, I hope you never win and you never get in public office. You are a traitor not only to America, but all the families that thought you were standing up for them. To you, it was big business. To the families, it was their child's life. So when I hear Dee, who I forgot to mention with all the angel families, talk, and Wendy, and I see these people parading their ass, holding buttons when they didn't know the person, out there holding posters and pictures when they don't give credit to the actual parents, or maybe they made money on the back end deal but didn't send any of the money to the families. We have a huge problem going on in America. And I know Dennis Michael Lynch is too big for me. And so is Lori Ingram, and I'm a nobody. But you have one of these. Use it. Go out there and tell everybody the truth. Tell them about illegal alien criminals who are killing young, innocent Americans every day. No matter what color they are, no matter what their race is, no matter what their background is, they are innocent, lovely little children in the parents' eyes that have to bury them. You want to call yourself a grassroots activist? You want to call yourself a grassroots member? It's not about t-shirts all the time. And it's not about going out there and telling people how you're doing everything. It's about standing up as Americans. Get rid of the I. It needs to be we. Get rid of Democrat and Republican and become American. Stop putting titles on people. Stop making it about a certain social group. We just have a lot of people that are dumb and ignorant in both parties. And a lot of people who are dumb and ignorant who run our country that are selfish, greedy, corrupt. And then, we see these people who immigrated to our nation. And they did it the right way, in the legal way. And they were victims too. They are bigger patriots than even myself. They are out there on the front lines going to Capitol buildings, town hall meetings, talking to every single person who will listen to get their story out there, that their child was a victim from these illegal alien criminals. There is no justice as we keep trying to get DACA past Donald Trump. And I like Donald Trump. I voted for Donald Trump. I'm 110% behind Donald Trump and DACA. This microphone that you're always using, use it. Don't allow these people to shut you up. Your beautiful wife, Melania, is a legal immigrant who knows 8 different languages. I think she's the best first lady we've ever had with the times that we live to prove how much American means being an American. In America, in the United States of America. So I'm not going to talk, but I will tell you this. And I'm going to leave this as a message, and somebody can rebuke me if they want. But if you're going to go on Facebook Live and just talk about nasty things like sex and where you get it and how you get it, you're not doing your job. If you're not going to be a true grassroots activist and go out there with a camera like you got Uno and some of these other people, Lisa and Jennifer and all of them, they're doing their part, Ben and some of these other guys. If you're not going to do the work, then don't act like you should get the credit. And Sabine, she'll be going to Washington, D.C., and she'll be talking to people. I hope she does a great job. They could hold a huge event with 20 families to share. They won't do it. You know what, Sabine? When I come down, when I financially can put it all together and I can come and start meeting the families in person, I will never be a different person than I am on text message, the phone, apologizing for messing up a time, or when me and Jeff hook up and we both do it, or whatever happens. But I'm sick of people with big platforms, with big pockets who aren't doing shit. Excuse my language. Fox almost did and canceled the oh yeah. Yeah, you told me this sucks. So I'm offering the mic up to Dennis Michael Lynch, and I'm calling him out. I will no longer talk smack about you or call you a soy boy who likes to drink wine. I've had wine. Use this microphone. Talk to these angel families. Laura Ingram, stop being afraid of a stupid 18-year-old kid who's really 25 and go out there and use this microphone. Talk to the angel families. This is my plea. I'm not in the news media. I'm a guy who did stuff when I was a kid on radio. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get back into doing this to help people. So for those people who are profiting and making millions of dollars on TV, and they knew who I'm talking about, because, those donations add up quick. Use this microphone. Call up Agnes Gavany. Call up Sabina. Agnes is being attacked really bad right now, so I'm going to use her last name. Call up Wendy. Call up Dee. Call up Judy. Maureen. I forgot Maureen, too. Marianne Mendoza, call her up. Angie. I forgot Angie, too. Don Rosenberg, who we'll be talking to next week. He's got a cold. Call him up. It's sad. There's so many people that I end up forgetting some of the names, and I'm so sorry. I will never forget. Dennis Michael Lynch, I'm going to email you. I'm going to talk to some people who I know you, and I'm going to make sure that you see this microphone right here. You start using it. Nobody cares anymore about MSNBC or New York Times or Stormy Daniels' disgusting ass. They want the truth, the real truth, and nothing but the truth. You guys have a good day, and I'm sorry about cussing. Thank you for everything that you guys do. All the angel families, love you. I hope Wendy will put you on the prayer list for your surgery that's coming up next week. I'm going to do an updated video with all you guys, and I have a lovely wife who stands behind me, and she knows what we're trying to do. I just dropped my microphone. Thank you, and have a good night.